Run your feet! Finish.
The Gameday Broadcast Network is proud to present Football Media Day. Football Media Day is brought to you by Lark Brewing Company and Restaurant, Loudoun's #1 destination for great food and great times. And by Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. When you need to get back in the game or the game of life, call Robin O'Connor and Integrated Sports Medicine today.
Hundreds of high school athletes have trusted Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy to help them get back on the field. Don't let that injury go untreated. Call Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy today at 703-724-7474 or visit us online at integratedsportspt.com. It's where athletes go to get back in the game.
Hello, Jerry Van Acker, new head varsity football coach at C.D. Hylton High School. This will be my first year at C.D. Hylton. My 22nd coaching of high school football, 22 years, 15th year as a head varsity football coach, where I was the head football coach at W.T. Woodson, Battlefield, Grafton, and many others. Really excited about this new opportunity here at C.D. Hylton High School. They're coming off of a 3-7 season last fall. Really excited about this opportunity. Gets me back into Prince William County high school system where I live. Allowed for me to have the opportunity to coach my own son. He transferred over from Battlefield High School where he was the starting freshman quarterback last year. So now he's a rising sophomore. So it's really great to have my son near me every single day. So I'm really excited about that. So trying to get C.D. Hylton High School back to the powerhouse program that it once was. They've kind of fallen on hard times the last 4 years. Haven't made the playoffs in the last 4 years. So, got a lot of goals and aspirations that we want to go to for this upcoming fall. I was hired kind of late in the game in February. So I had to compile a staff really late in the game. Got a great staff. As a head football coach, you're only as good as the people that you surround yourself with. So I surround myself with great assistant coaches that have a wealth of experience and playing ability and so on and so forth. One of the highlights there was Graham Walker, a young guy who just graduated from Frostburg State. He was a starting quarterback there for the last 4 years, which is also pretty nice for me as well because I used to coach him. He was my starting quarterback at Battlefield High School. Way back when he was a sophomore. And so it's pretty cool to get one of your former players on staff as well. Had a great offseason, instituted a new weight strength program, something that they've been missing for the last couple of years. So the kids have gotten stronger. We still got strides to go in that realm, but really excited about the growth and progress that we got. We definitely got bigger, faster, and stronger over this offseason. Also another highlight, had a lot of great success at 7-on-7 events this summer, placing in the top 4, Final 4 at the Oakton 7-on-7 tournament and doing really well at the passing leagues. So that got our kids kind of motivated, getting in the system, so on and so forth. And then just a couple weeks ago, we took the first time ever in school history, we took 40 kids to the Shepherd Team Football Camp. Where we were there for 3 days, 2 nights. We got to mix it up 11-on-11 with Amherst County, another really good program down in Lynchburg. So had a great off season. Had a fantastic fall camp that we've gone through so far. We just finished our first scrimmage yesterday. We scrimmaged Brook Point and Chancellor, and saw a lot of positive things, a lot of things that we can get better and move forward on for our next scrimmage on Wednesday. A couple of key players would have to start out with Logan Marshall. Logan's our Division I prospect. He'll be our starting running back, our main threat in the run game, and he also plays strong safety. Has multiple offers, Colgate, VMI, Yale, high academic kid, strong leader, he leads by example, and as I said, he's going to be a two-way ball player for us. So we're looking for big things from him. He was voted team captain. Also, Mason Cheatham, he's a senior. He'll play outside linebacker and blocking back in our single wing package that we do. Great kid. Nursing a little bit of an injury with his ankle right now, but he's going to be good for week 1 when we go up against the mighty Battlefield Bobcats. Also, team captain is our senior quarterback, Jeremy Cruz. Right now we have a competition between him and my son, who's a sophomore quarterback. So we've been giving them equal reps throughout the offseason and using both of the 2 scrimmages to evaluate before we name our starter going into week 1. So really excited about what we're bringing back. We got a big group of seniors and a solid nucleus at sophomore level. We got 20 new kids in the program, so we're building up our numbers. Right now, currently, we're 5A numbers, even though we're a 6A school. And so, that's one of the biggest things is trying to build back the program when it comes to numbers. We also got a bunch of other returning starters. We have Jeremiah Linder Cardy. He'll play left tackle for us and defensive end. He's a 2-way starter. He was one of our powerhouses in the offseason in the weight room. And really looking forward to this upcoming season. A couple of young guys to watch. I feel like we have probably the fastest kid that I've ever coached in my 22 years in Xavier Baker. He's a sophomore. He'll play slot receiver and running back and also play corner for us. Lightning fast. He could take the ball from a 5-yard loss to a touchdown real quick. And so looking for big things from him. Got a couple of other young guys in Malik Muhammad. He's playing outside linebacker for us. He's a rising junior. He's about 6'4", about 185 pounds, really tall, lanky, coming off the edge. So I look for big things out of him. And then probably Antonio Pride. He's our sophomore cornerback. He's a returning starter. He started as a freshman last year. In the first 4 games, he had 5 interceptions, and then he had a knee injury. He's back. He's healthy, and looking for big things from him. Season expectations, we want to continue to grow week to week. I'm a rep to rep, week to week, day to day. We always want to improve. We always want to get better from day to day. And we concentrate on week 1. Week 1's the most important week. We don't look too far ahead. So week 1's a very formidable opponent with Battlefield Bobcats. Probably going to be a top 5 program in 6A this year. So we got our work up for us in week 1. But our goal ultimately is always to have a winning season, play for the district championship, play for the region championship, and win a state championship. And you can't get to the state championship without winning some of those other goals. So we put our goals very high. The standard's been set, the new standard under my program, my leadership, and so the kids are doing a great job and moving forward. And so with that, I'll go ahead and open up some questions.
The coach, George Kalsa, Gameday correspondent. You haven't had much time to prepare for this season, and you obviously have a complex offense given single wing and I guess a more traditional offense. Is this enough time for your players to grasp the different roles that they'd have to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So the great thing nowadays, when I first started football coaching here in the state of Virginia, you couldn't do much in the off season. There was no 7-on-7s. You couldn't even throw a football around. We took a playbook from Rich Rodriguez, and we took a towel and we'd wrap it up and tape it up in the form of a football, and that's what we would be able to use. So times have changed. We do a lot of stuff in the off season now, so we were able to implement a lot of our core offense and defensive schemes. So the kids adapted to it real well. I think also the newness of the offense and defensive schemes also kind of lends to the kids learning it a lot quicker. And so we're very multiple. I try to be that way on offense and defense. I don't I don't want to show my hand to any of my opponents. So we'll go spread, and we'll go 2x2, 3x1, 5 wide. and then we'll morph that into a kind of a pistol set, and we'll bring in the H-back, and then we'll go to the vaunted single wing offense that I've ran for probably the last 20 years. And, it's how football first started here in the United States. Back in the early 1900s, that was the main offense, was the single wing. So not too many teams still do use it. There's a couple teams up here in Northern Virginia that still use it, and obviously Mickey Thompson, is probably one of the biggest names out there from Stonebridge. So, by having one of those different offensive systems, it's very hard to prepare for as a defensive coach. And so that's kind of our mantra on offense. Is we want you not on your toes, we want you on your heels. You can't play fast. You don't know what we're doing. You're going to have to give us a very vanilla look on offense, and we do the same thing on defense as well. So the kids have adapted to the new systems very, very well and very, very quickly. And so we're excited about this upcoming fall season.
Coach, who are the big rivalries for CD Hylton? And I know as you a few more years, that'll develop also. But right now, who are the teams that your kids just get up for?
Yeah, well, you got to always start off with the big one right out the gate with Battlefield. That's a traditional rivalry from as far as back as I can remember. Game one is always Hylton versus Battlefield. Even back when I was the head coach at Battlefield, it was always Hylton. And those were always big rivalry games right out the gate. Usually one or both are probably top 10 football programs from year to year, so it's always a big clash. I remember in my first year at Battlefield, Hylton was the big dog on the block, and they were the top 5. They had Ricky Slade coming back, #1 running back, and we beat them 28-0 at home. And so it's kind of eerie similar to how this year is going to be. Is Battlefield's going to be top 5 program, bring back like 3 or 4 major Division I athletes, and they're coming to Hylton first game of the season. So hopefully we can have some magic like that. Got a lot of respect for Coach Hatfield over there. Great program, great kids. So we know that it's going to be a slugfest week 1. So that's a big rivalry. And then I would say Forest Park and also Colgan. Those are 2 neighboring schools that are right there near Hylton. Fairly new schools. Colgan, a big chunk of their student population used to go to Hylton. So there's that natural rivalry right there between us, Forest Park, and Colgan. So those are big games to watch for here in the fall.
Coach, final question for you here. Just talking a little bit about what you see at Hylton now when you watch film. Now you've had them in the off season. You're in training camp. Is the cupboard full of some opportunity there for you to come in year 1 and have a great season?
Yeah, I really think that we could do great things there. We definitely have athletes. We got kids that are hungry. They want to learn more. I think that's one thing that they've really latched on to me is my knowledge about the game of football. They're excited. I took them on college recruiting visits to Maryland, Virginia Tech, Penn State. Got them in front of a lot of these college connections that I have that I built relationships with for many, many years. And so when the kids see that I'm willing to put in the work that I do, I pride myself on never trying to get beat on work ethic. And so they see the amount of time I put into it. They see that I'm taking them to get recruited. They see, what successes I've had at all my different stops. And so they're all on board, all in, and I'm really excited about this upcoming fall season.
Coach, it's great to see you again. Congrats on the new opportunity. We look forward to watching the Bulldogs here this fall and checking out how Hylton does here on the gridiron. So
yeah,
thank you for coming.
I appreciate it. Always first class.
Thank you, buddy.
Run your feet! Finish!
The Gameday Broadcast Network is proud to present Football Media Day. Football Media Day is brought to you by Lark Brewing Company and Restaurant, Loudoun's #1 destination for great food and great times. And by Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. When you need to get back in the game or the game of life, call Robin O'Connor and Integrated Sports Medicine today.
Hundreds of high school athletes have trusted Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy to help them get back on the field. Don't let that injury go untreated. Call Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy today at 703-724-7474 or visit us online at integratedsportspt.com. It's where athletes go to get back in the game.